Thousands of people marched through Dublin today demanding that the government give them the full cost of rebuilding their homes that have been affected by defective building blocks. The Mica scandal, named after the mineral in the bricks that absorbs water and causes walls to crack and crumble, is estimated to have affected more than 20,000 homes. Most of those houses are in the northwest region of Ireland. The homeowners, who are calling for 100% redress, accuse the government of repeatedly delaying addressing their concerns. Dublin has promised a compensation package that will be one of the biggest ever in the history of the state. Well, let's find out more on this story. We can go to Dublin, where we can speak to our reporter, Ken Murray. Ken, people have been travelling far and wide to get to this protest today. Give us a sense of what the mood was like among demonstrators.
Well, Tokes, there was a mood of extraordinary anger here today. You're talking about people who've invested their life savings into houses in very scenic parts of the country. They built their houses 10 and 15 years ago, and over a period of time, those houses have been literally crumbling before people's eyes. And in a lot of cases, people now have nowhere to live at all. In a lot of cases, those houses have literally collapsed, and people have been forced either to live in rented accommodation or in what we call mobile homes or trailers. So this is the second protest in 3 months. The government is talking about 90% redress or compensation, and the protesters here today were saying, well, that's not good enough. They want 100% redress. They feel it's grossly unfair on them to have to pay, if you like, the 10% gap. And today, members of the ruling Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael party, who are from the constituency of Donegal, when they spoke today, they got booed by the protesters. And the protesters even said that if this matter isn't addressed satisfactorily in the next year or so, they are going to run candidates at the next general election to try and oust the members of parliament from the ruling party. So huge anger here in Dublin today.
Ken, you mentioned some people have had to move into caravans. Give us an idea of what sort of damage has been caused to people's homes by this problem.
Well, picture the scenario. Somebody builds a house, it looks prim and proper, and over a period of time, things like the roof starts to fall in, the blocks start to crumble. In some cases, the pressure on the block pushing downwards has forced doors out of houses. Next week here on Euronews, we're actually going to have a report where we're going to show where a house actually just crumbled into dust, and the owner had to live in a mobile home. And for some people, this is infuriating. It's a case of there's a sense of anger that because it's happening in the west of the country and the northwest of the country, that the politicians and the government departments based in Dublin don't care. The feeling is that if it happened in Dublin, this would have been addressed a long time ago. But the fact that it's happened so far away out in rural Ireland, the feeling is that the politicians don't care. So some people are without homes, they're living in rented accommodation, and as I said, in some cases, mobile homes, because they have no homes to go to, and some have abandoned their homes for fear that their roofs would cave in. So that's a sense of the dilemma that these people face, in the hope that in the next week or two the government will announce a 100% redress scheme. Tokes?